We are apes. We are baboons.
Tell us
that is
then,
the white supremacist racist thing.
Tell us then if there is a commonness between the ape and the man, and then when you go back, as you're saying, they meet that point. I want to know what is that point. Then that's why he's saying that this man was actually implying that we were once apes. What is bothering you? What is bothering you?
Along with
superior races and inferior races.
I mean,
what
these
about
two guys used to be put together.
What about
this guy was just a thief that they looked to find someone else to put him.
Now I want to know.
So if he's a thief, then he belongs here. If he's a thief, he belongs
here. Superior race and the inferior race that Charles Darwin is mentioning his Descent of Man. That is his book. What about that? Which has been used by scientists to justify white supremacy, white superiority above black people.
Well, you could argue quite that also propagated human superiority of animals over nature, which has resulted in
the same thing.
No, you could. It's the same thing, which has resulted in the destruction of.
Yeah.
Now, everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you must throw away everything that one guy has said just because he made mistakes.
So what good thing has Charles Darwin come up with?
Evolution.
What is that? What's evolution?
You know, you do research.
What's evolution? Tell me.
Are you still evolving? Say, are you going to be something else one day?
No.
All right. Then what?
I'm not going to be something else.
Who's going to become something else?
In thousands of years, in millions of years.
As far as we are concerned, from the beginning of time to the end of time, man was and man is and ever will be.
And this is what we are.
That is what our ancestors
man actually was a
taught
man.
and that is what we know.
Nothing else but men. You know, yeah, that's the actual information in
But that's fine. If that's what you believe, it's fine.
No, it's not what we believe, it's what we know.
How do you know this?
How do I know? Because my grandfather was a man, and his father was a man, and his ancestor was a man. And my child is going to be a man, it's going to go like that. And then these people like these ones are trying now to propagate something that is out of this world.
Okay.
You know?
When we come up with statements like that, there's evolution.
Right, so this building will be here when your child is your age?
No, that the answer.
Why not?
And when his child is your age?
No,
why not?
It's unacceptable.
You just need to be natural. Let me tell you one thing.
You will not go to Europe. You will not go to Europe and find that the economy in Europe is owned by black people. That will not happen. That will never happen. But here in South Africa, you still find that. Go and research it, you will find that in the JSE, you will find that over 1,000 managerial positions, only 300 are to the black people. And the rest is white people. When I say blacks, it's Indians, us, blacks, Chinese, and the Chinese, and the colors. You see, the economy is still in the white man's hand. So how free are we?
No. I won't lie to you, and I won't lie to you. It is very much frustrating. But then, how do you rectify things like that?
How do you rectify things like that?
The thing is, listen, what hurts me the most is that this current state of politics, in my opinion, is due to the fact that our leaders, that transition straight from having been fighting for freedom to being in power was too quick.
Yeah, it was too
People were never given the time to grow into a space whereby they are being groomed to become leaders of a democratic state. It is just so unfortunate that as well, when we got our freedom, We got our freedom in a climate, in a global climate that requires you to play along with your neighbors. Be African, be international. Because
True, man.
true.
And I say in Pentec, man, you know.
True.
And I give thanks. And I say in Pentec to push the works, man, of Rastafari.
Most time.
Him society. Along with Ras society, you know, Rastafarians in this time, children of the Father, most called we're here, man, to exhibit the pictures and the photos of the past, the things that have been done to white people, black people, you know, in the past. If you and see slavery here, you understand. These are some of the things that I want to show to the students, young people, that you must know where we come from as black people. This is what has all been done to us as black people. And I also acknowledge the warriors, the people that have fought for the true liberation of black people. These are the warriors here, sons and daughters, people who do not compromise of the struggle of African people. So and I bless.
Blessed Father. How can I say I'm fighting where you are going?
Okay. Okay, you see this thing there? Like, you see what is taking place, my brother, just to be actually simple. This is all about commonality. Yeah, because if we couldn't put this man here, we were going to be racist. Because this man is in the same hierarchy as these people. You see, he deals with them, he knows them. You see, he business with them. You see, he takes agreements with them. He's in the same team with them. So not to put him here, we are racial, my brother. You know, because he's in the same team with them, he's working for the same society. You're seeking, but it's just a black face now. That's the reason you don't know. It's because we're black.
To also
But in the same society.
to share. I would say it's because we understand, we don't even understand. We understand that this elder, whom we respect before he was in prison.
But it was good
When he was in prison,
good to get the bad guy. I take it this is Jesus.
Transformation.
This is Jesus.
No, this is paganism. This is an image of a.
I was just going to say, this is Jesus. You're going to upset a lot of people.
No, this is the image they call Jesus.
Okay.
That was painted by Michelangelo. This is not Jesus.
Okay.
This is an image that was painted to perpetuate white supremacy.
I'm with you.
Exactly, my brother. So, my brother, as I was saying, the elder, my brother, you see, underwent what is called, as we understand.
He gets the nod twice. He's bad luck.
Tara transformation. From being a
Have a good day, sir.
when uRasta manje emkhulele ingoma mama kakhulu yamthandazela ngamanyuka intamo uRasta. Tata Mandela, when he came back, my brethren, after that 27 years, he was transformed from the revolutionary that he was, you see, into what we now know as a puppet of the oppressors. In other words, he became a traitor. That is why in 1956, Tata Sobo in a meeting, but whereas we are coming here, why is there this person here? Because no, not this one, I'm coming one. So Google was asking, why is there this person here in that meeting? It's pointing at the white man who was there. We are coming here to discuss African problems, and yet here is the problem we are coming here to discuss. You see, and then the elders they betrayed the 1949 program of action of the ANC Youth League, which was formed by all the men, which was about reclaiming the heritage, reclaiming the land of Africa. Then they signed a freedom treaty, which they still embrace the plan. It's called the Freedom Charter. It's a freedom treaty. You see, saying that the land that was dispossessed from the African people belongs to everyone. Today, that's why Anglo-American and Anglo-Golden can still maintain that border distance because that land is yours. You have no right to that land. That land, to drink blood overseas, my brother, you see, by those people, you see, my brethren. Those people, they were killed for what? King Bambatha was killed for land, you see, which is the same land that welcomes when the daughter gets pregnant. It's the land that welcomes that child here. It's the land that sustains us. We live on the land. It's the same land that welcomes us when we pass in the flesh. You see, white people, what would we do if tomorrow white people will decide they're going to close ShopRite? They're going to close Pick and Pay and close all these shops and decide to starve us. Can we feed ourselves? Do we have land to plant where we can feed and sustain ourselves? Because those are tactics of warfare. White people can decide tomorrow we can close everything, starve this whole The same thing you see that's happening in Zimbabwe. Why? It's because African people have no control, no charge over their own resources. You see, no charge over their own lives. We are still dependent on the same people, you see, to feed us, to go and to support them in their industries. So Levi Strauss. Who is Levi Strauss? Sociologist, just like this white boy. Levi Strauss, a sociologist, and one of the racist supremacists. Tony Hilfiger, he said that his clothes were not designed for black people. Tony Hilfiger. You see. So we have to understand that is why this man we put him here, because we recognize that he is no longer
we also promote to do ubulungisa, not ubugwenxa. So in any circumstances, whether we are faced with ubugwenxa, we remain ubulungisa. So it's very bad for every Rastaman to say slackness or blood clot or any vulgar word. Whether it's any type of language, it's not good. But when we remain Ethiopian, we remain righteous. We don't use vulgar language at any time. Even if we encounter vulgar language, still we don't promote, you see, my king. So me, I would say for every Rastaman should be careful to say blood clot, should be careful to say slackness. Rather learn the language that him father speak. Just because when you learn it, you get wise as well with it. When you learn it, you don't learn it like any language, because you understand also the learning of languages. You learn language by swearing. All languages you learn by swearing. But when you get to learn the language of the father, you learn by praying. You see,
Bigo said that it doesn't matter if we have a black face in parliament, in a white man's parliament, in top of it, in union building. It doesn't matter because the majority of the black people will still remain oppressed. More Europeans want to associate more with Europeans, more than they associate with the poor people that they lead. A leader in Africa is a person who sacrifices himself. A leader is one who would rather suffer himself than to see his people suffer. That is what we want. Before he was in prison, he transformed.
My king, thanks for the information. So my king, would you suggest the
you must know, and that thing of my brethren, you must live the right way that you know is right.
My king, after 2 years, my king, let's go to up. What is the use of me coming up? Attack. Because I look my king now, I'm studying so many man, my king. Up and sacrifice and fight.
No, I'm not saying don't study. I'm saying let us educate ourselves. But when we come out of here, my brother, let us not be qualified slaves. Let us know that we need to come together.
That's what we are studying for, my king.
My brother, we need to come together, use the qualifications that we acquire from these institutions. Come together. If you and the sister are studying something, come together. Try to search for other people who have done the same thing, and let us build your own institution. For example, how many schools? A preschool. How many preschools do we have as black people? That has been built by us. whereby there is a curriculum, for example, that is taught by us, our community. Everything is shaped by us. So what I am saying is that let us use the skills we acquire from here, not to perpetuate the continuation of our slavery. You know, we become qualified slaves as a nation. After we come out of here with those papers, those degrees and diplomas, we go and beg, knock at the white man's door. We try by all means the white man must look nice so that he can accept me. That must stop. We must become self-dependent, self-realization, you see, self-determination, be able to do things for yourself. You see, as African, create our own things, as I say. We must have a vision. That vision must never move away. That we need to build our own school one day. We need our own university. As of Pumaguti, we create a curriculum in that university for ourselves so that as new generations see break this continuation enslavement in Africa, my brother. So that is what I'm saying, my brother. I'm not saying like let us fight the struggle, but we're not going to take up arms in this time for now. But we are going to pick up arms, which is knowledge, consciousness. We are going to pick up the consciousness, you see, which is our arms of this time. In knowledge, for example, is power. That's what they say. Which means we have to go and search for our knowledge. Yes. Knowledge is just empowering. Yes, you see, battlefield, you see, that is what I'm saying. After all that 23 years, it's good, but be blinded by everything they teach you. And you must even know that as teachers science, technology, and all these things have been there, my brother. Computers, black inventors that were never told about. E-fridge, e-telephones, white people, they lie. Robots, my brother, they are made by black people. You see, microwaves, many things. African people are creating many things. Let them know, people are lying, my brother. So you don't need to knowledge what will empower us. So that's why Africans are offended Christians because they were Christianized, colonized and Christianized. Nobody is the Antichrist.
Okay, correct.
But this is not Jesus. This is not the image of Jesus. You see, this is an image of this is a graven image. The image that Michelangelo painted to Uncle. This is Michelangelo's uncle was requested by Constantinople to paint this one. To perpetuate white supremacy, you see. So that when we see the race of God, you see. When we see one another, we see the race of the devil. Yes, because everything in heaven is white. You go everywhere. Prophets, the Bible, everything, angels are white with wings, everything is white in heaven. God himself is like a white man, old white man. And then everything in hell, it's a black man with a fork and boy, they are born. And that is why the perpetuator he says deep in the minds. Like that's why I'm a Bulambula because Biko spoke about psychological liberation, which is the most important liberation about. Because what you be even if says for many puppets it's just black faces, white masks. You see, black faces, white spirits, white minds. You see, so we need to have black consciousness. You see, African consciousness. So lembete masocha. ANC that is we love as organizations. Machandi, my was bego tatu manila. Chandi ANC because they are in Ambia. We tatom da apim da. Siabaza batata baya. Unda babe imene nabo. He never say a word about IBC last to us as the generation. He never tell us that IBC last gave training military, gave him a weapon. Say go and defend us.
I think it's a defense, man.
They don't teach us what it is. Why must Batula Mandabatanjale, Tatum, Likayako, Tule Masoch, Tule, two Inconde, Elis, Masoch, and also Europeans. That's something I'm doing about Dala, when I'm from Dali, Africa, where I'm from Masoch, and when Batula Bandabata, then looking at just Kali's master, say, just Kali inside, deep inside. pain that abatata doing to our nation. Because abantu akwethu besana kulalana ngoku kuthethwa ngezifo. Why are African people killing other Africans? It's because Africa were not taught who Africa are. You see, this power that we are talking about, like asiboniswa ingathi amandla ethu kuba masibese parliament. That's why nathi SRC zethu asena vision. The brothers and sisters SRC asibafundisa kwenza ibash kuthiwa imali the one position. There's no implementation of the program to liberate Africa. This so-called SRC leadership. Now what we are doing is PASMA against us. We are fighting against one another. All of that is that is politics as called. You see. So now like white man. You see, he racist there. Racist deserves to be. He even deserves to be in a bigger wall, a permanent wall, as I say. Must make these walls permanent. This vision comes from Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey is the one who had all these people were perpetuated. All these crimes against African people must be put in the wall of shame. And all those people who betray the cause of the African people must be put in the wall of shame so that the coming generations can see them for what they really are. You see, Marcus Garvey's words, those I know. And we are trying just to live according to the visions of. Because as I say, Otto Mandela, before they were arrested, I'm a Rasta. Otto Sobu, I'm a Rasta. Radicals, I'm a Rasta. You see, it's about Africa, was Ethiopia. Before even there was Pan-Afrikanism, there was Ethiopianism, Ethiopianist movement. Anglican churches and many European churches, but African churches. You see, those people were trying to reclaim Africa, trying to come back to Africa. You see, later because they understood that when white people came here, they don't not only come with the barrel of the gun, they brought Bibles. There were soldiers who were disguised, wolves in sheepskin, disguised as priests. Ingamacho, just like this one I was talking about. This present Pope of Rome, they call Benedict, is Ratzinger. He was a Nazi soldier, this man. He's a soldier of Hitler, this one. This man. He's the present Pope of Rome right now. You see, many of them, so-called missionaries, or John Wesley. Today there's a Wesleyan church. Black people go to the Wesleyan church. John Wesley was a soldier, British soldier, who just war in the Wazo established church because that was a perpetuation of spiritual slavery in Africa. Then inside that, those institutions, they transform, they make them schools to perpetuate psychological liberation in Africa because they control the information they give to us. Or Shepstone. It's not Port Shepstone, it's not Port Elizabeth. It's not Durban. Durban is a soldier, my brother. A general. We are praising these foreign gods in every town all over this country of our forefathers. They have built monuments, their statues. When they come from Europe, they come and see the glory of their forefathers, the works of their forefathers.
But they come
see our forefathers. They have institutions everywhere,
but they
and
come
black
to push
people are
their
going
works
to
because when they see those statues,
where are we investing?
because they are forefathers.
That's why that is
The
what
works of their forefathers. You see these buildings.
Bamasebenzane towards that. Kunjalo ke mntakwethu.
Wenza indlela omnye kuthiwa i-Fourtracker Road. You see that meditation.
Ithini brother akasazi kunengxaki. Brother. Ayazi Pan-Afrikanism. Iyabaleka brother yesaso.
But but umuntu omnyama ndithi uyatshisa umuntu omnyama umelangeni manje yabo leno ndiyafuma nami andilwanga nawe yabo but ndithetha ukuthi wena manje masizi-informeni sizibuze babethenze sibenzile yabo and then from there so yazi ukuthi aba bantu basenze ntoni and then from there asilwi nabo yabo siyazama ususa nje sibuyise inyawo kule ndlela siyo yabona manje mama lo home mama lo lo mama straight man oh baby yabo uthi manje hleka khulu so ile ndithi ke manje nani niphephe bathi umuntu wena manje ya ube umuntu wakwana
kwezi pace nami ukuthi ngiyibambe even yeah otherwise teaching ziyafuna ukuthi siziphase you see I read teachings jaman high story the story of a black man see that's that
we're at the highest now. They were sick and tired now of the system. When they keep Mandela, because negotiations are happening. They negotiate how we're going to distribute and make liberation for black people. That's why now people are acknowledging that economy we have not got, we only got political freedom. We only got the freedom to come and say and sit in the white and peace with white people in the same toilet. Because in the back days, you cannot came in the toilet with the same white person. So this freedom, non-Kukwa, you see, non-Kukwa, as I and my sister is a Rasta man, we acknowledge black literature from all forms of discipline, whether medicine, science, because I has come to acknowledge that white people, they stole all information when they sent it to Greek and Roman and British museums, because our artifacts, things we have created, we have crafted, things we have reasoned about and come to knowledge about in terms of God and nature, were distorted in. So I and Rastaman, what we're saying, my sister, let's come together as black people and acknowledge, because there are people who understand, who know information in China in a black perspective, understand, without any, because the theories we are reading about, my sister, is theories coming from the West. So we acknowledge people like, if you know, fathers like Mutele Mutseha, fathers, let's establish our own institutions of learning. Then when we build each other and sharpen each other, we acknowledge ourselves as black people. We know where we are in the world. That's what Aina is saying, my sister.
27 years, which is the very same year.
Share the knowledge from a black perspective.
Like
if you come in, you must know engineering. The theories or whatever formulas you study engineering, you must know them from a black perspective. That's what Aina is really talking about. So that's why we are how we're going to change that? My sister, to change, you see the revolution, it's not easy.
So that's what happened.
It will need a lot of,
because
need to spread
every day he was captured.
Yeah, my sister, even my sister, yeah, it's a part of so if
get the meditation book, but land is not possessed by the owners. Waterfront, Victoria and Alfred.
Never step forward, because it's not like, that's what I say, the schools that we're in, let's not get these degrees and be qualified slaves, because that's what we are. We're going to be qualified slaves, get the certificate, seek work in the white corporate world. What I say, we can establish our own. Why don't we establish
millions, like 500 million or ithengiselwa abantu sebenayo imali already babenemali ngencane yothatha abantu abamnyama bakuthengise yabo kuba wena uyofuna igadi yabantu yakuthengise nge5 million yabo like abantu Barclays
abantu abalawula u-absa king, big companies king, no bani company
Let's kill white people. Listen,
ye-funeral cover ngoku king, all mutual, no zonke ezi zinto king yabo, i-owners zazo zicontrol eza billions because bathengise islaves yabo, nxa yothengisa islave they get rich, bane-companies all-Lloyd yabo, o-Hilton Wayne yabo king, yabo king, wena unoba rich njengo-Hilton Wayne king xa unovela wenza i-brand nawe uthi ngeyaphi igama uthi Adidas website yabo, like it can't take you the very same time and umthathe le eye and you don't understand why king, kodwa xa kuthaqiswa truly king, generation from generation king, oppressing we king. Yeah king, ngaba king truly king, khawujonge ke ngoku iluntu olumnyama ngokubanzi king, ngaba li-aware of le nto nayo wena, even like for a tuck shop king, father wakho i-owner ye-tuck shop akanayo idea yokuthi you must carry on with this meditation of tuck shop yabo, hayi unegugu loba is the owner yabo, the community knows him yabo, unemali yabo, uyakwazi ukusesikolweni, uyakwazi ukuthengela into niyatya endlini yabo, there's no continuity of culture that you should carry on with this meditation yabo. Iman is aware of lando yena unabanye abambalwa king, but collectively we can manage to teach I like singamanage utichana londo leyo wena mntakwethu, because really they sold our land king. Every piece of land now is possessed by white men yabo, from all over Europe king, like apho sihlala khona indawo le ownerishwa abantu base-Belgium king yabo, thina sihlala ematyotyombeni king, sihlala koVeza la yard king, la yard kaVeza ayikho enough king for umuntu ongutata yabo, ngoku bayakurestricta ukuthi you shouldn't have 8 children, you shouldn't have 10 children yabo, because you can't accommodate them on that little shelter king yabo, where you gonna grow your vegetatives yabo, where you gonna keep your animals, your chickens, your dogs and things yabo. Now they are killing that relationship between you and your animals, uzibonela uzitya qha yabo king, uthi bana ne-chicken khona ngaske ndiyixele ngoba awunayo kwasendlini, awusayifuyanga king yabo. So king, we can't say they brought unity and love king, we can't say that about him. We can't say king, why you are suffering like this. Yes. Fire king emnyango fire kaidi chute phume chitha amanzi ovasi, and another man is in danger ukuthi angayichithela ngalamanzi. You see the meditation king, another places there's it dirty king and filthy yabo. Why do we know Africa is a green land king yabo? There was no dirtiness like unuke king, yet them say we are free yabo king. We cannot be free king, and yet Chiwanga king, there are no farmers who are cultivating now a cultivator to send the food overseas king yabo. What we eat king is being stored with refrigerators as the America king. Now after years and years is coming with ships for us to eat king. The chicken that we buy king is being stored for years king, is dirty for our consumption king yabo. So every black man must understand, it's not which I'm boosting myself about what I know king, because what you know I don't know, because your eyes have seen yabo, many things I haven't seen, and your mind has stored yabo. So what I have stored is to better.
Nobody just understand why they chief. Nobody mntakwethu nim accept king ume phaya and into azawukwazi iphendula ngokwakhe le, because andizuphendulela xa ufuthi uba yena othi akuhlabelana and bendingekho ngokuphupha mos khona king. So nguwo ozophendula
ihlaba apho ngizathu sokuba ndiphuphile, even ne-elders amaphendlini zithi xa uphuphile wenza
ngohlobo awuphulanga mthetho king. Yeah, selaa nto ke ngofuneke nawe xa uyenza laa nto uyenze to the fullness. Yeah, like not le nto seyisenzeka ngowena king ubuyaqaphela kudlalwana order yakwantu. Yabona king.
Sweet
Yeah, yabona king. So it's because people here, they don't ask themselves, based on the TV.
Then enjoy this. You are distributed. Taken to England, they take you to France, take you to Germany, they take the child to Germany. I'm Tatuma, I'm say England. Take the mother, they send him to America. You see, to separate those families. So that's why you have people, black people who are so-called like black Americans. You see, that's why you have black people that are called Jamaicans. Those people are Africans, actually. You know, they were taken in chains, captivity. You see, they are fool. You see, that's why like many people, but Rasta, it's something from Jamaica. It's because the people who went from Africa, they took the spirit of South Africa into those Jamaican lands. When they were there, Babe Ama so but when praising their God and asking God to free them from situation, spirits in Africa. You see, that's why they will not worship
With this thing that ganja is a drug. Ask yourself then, have they come and did research on Rastafari people? Are Rastas mad? Or they come to come and like research on African indigenous people?
When they overdo it.
No, my sister, I have been puffing for 15 years now. We never go crazy. I excel in exams. You understand? Ganja gives me meditation to concentrate. Ganja gives me meditation to elevate my mind state in creativity. Ganja heals me when I can't see things. You see, my sister? So my sister we are being conspired. You see, the things information is being given from the white supremacists. Because white people in Holland, I don't know if you guys are aware, in Holland, in Amsterdam, the so-called drug is legal. Holland being a Dutch land, the so-called Afrikaners today, the Boerens.
Take cigarette, man.
Because the name, you see,
it's tied with nicotine, but it's legal.
It's like that. People, they don't see these things.
There's many drugs actually than I don't know what to compare to, but cigarette is a drug. It's a drug. Many drugs.
People are so stupid nowadays that they smoke something is written, I will kill you. I can cause breast cancer, I will kill, but the man still smokes it. You understand? So where's your sense of being a human being? You understand? These are the things we're talking about. And now the people, the name that they use, Dacha. I tell you about that name, Dacha. What is Dacha? Dacha is when Boerens did not know what they were talking, our language. When the Khoisan people, they met with them, they found them smoking. They say Dacha. They didn't know what to call it. You understand? That's why people are using. It's only African people in Costa Rica, ganja, and I grow up knowing that the ganja, so I is truly acknowledging the true knowledge of African people. You understand, my sister? Because ganja can heal the nation. You know that ganja can create bricks. We can create not this RTP, the matchbox houses. With ganja, I create a lot of things, sister, houses. We can create fuel. They want the fuel to breathe out. It kills the environment called global warming nowadays. But you can make fuel using ganja. You understand? Using ganja fuel, when you smoke, when you smell, you feel the air is pleasant. You understand? You don't get suffocated because of the dust that the car keeps out. You understand, my sister? So as African people, as Rasta man, in fact, you see, we come to tell the people that let's go back to the roots before white men came. You understand? Let's go back, because even the white man, it was where to ionize. It's us who create white people. You understand? So ionize does not. That's why we put certain people in this wall of shame. Because they come up with theories that put our people down. You see, like the white man, my brother, say, yeah, this man, I teach anthropology in school, and in anthropology I'm supposed to, because I'm in school. You understand? I'm still working for the white man. So the students that I teach, I must tell them we come from apes. That's what the people say I must teach. Whereas my knowledge as an African, my father never, my father tell me, come from apes, you understand? That's not like that. And I was created by God. That's why even our skin is brown. We are brown people. The black concept is white men who say we are black, I am white, I am what? Am I really black? Because black is this color. This is the color of black. You understand? Not colors, you understand? And is brown. That's why I say we are sons and daughters of the soil. Because even when we die, that's why we even fight for the land. Because our land, we not got our land. People claim freedom. Where is our land? Where is the black man's land? The farmers are still giving us food there. You see, they occupy our forefathers' land.
Even in the rainbow, there's no black, there's no white. What does it tell us?
I would fire burn, even the white, I say black supremacy, black love for the black nation. We don't say black because we want to discriminate against white. No, we say black love because we love our original people. But white supremacists, them, we find the contrast, white supremacy and black supremacy. Our black supremacy is about love, but the white people's love, the white supremacy is about hate over stuff.
And then it is a necessity that we use the black way because these white people, they used black to oppress us. So to undo the oppression, you should also do the black. You should also use the black way. You see my friend?
This is the flag of Afrikanism. You know Korani. Brothers know Korani. There's a land there in the Free State, near the regions of Free State. It's called Korani. If you go there, you just loot. It's only white man's land. Of course, their own economy, they grow their own food. Ask yourself, in a black man's land, you have a certain vicinage of people who say, no black people here. And it's still happening. Mandela left there. Mandela tried to go there when he was president. They slew him. Tell no, we've got our own country, Oranje, they call it Oranje State. So and I put it to shame because how can white people have? It's in the regions. If you check the regions, Orange Free State, they call this place Oranje. But I would assume, I think it's within those regions of Orange Free State. Just when you go out, just go out of Orange Free State, they occupy that land. And I must research about it. Just write a click and search the name, Oranje, white people's land in South Africa. You'll get it. You'll reveal you a lot of things. You find out their own money, own things and things. And we as black people, we still, because I say, still crying. That's why they must do it. Because even in 1996, Truth and Reconciliation, they just being apologetic to white people, understand? Ask yourself, where's justice?
You witness a woman, my president, a pregnant black woman, she's hanged, head over, you see my president, and then they slew her baby, and then they pull out that infant child, and then they leave him or her to die. My president, of their heritage and their culture, using fear and pain. Yeah.
So why am I up is to show a lot of that last time I did on the battle between the forces of good and the forces of evil. The battle between the forces of Africa, you see, and the forces of Europe, my brother. You see, the spiritual warfare in the consciousness, in the heavens, in the mind, Zaband. The battle between white supremacy, black supremacy. You see, giving light when we're in darkness, because we prophet Moses Afrikan, Tatisban, aspect that is what the prophet is. Unlike Abeluma, but it's not about prophet. our prophets, the prophets, they continue living, even in this generation. The prophets are still there, they are living. But white people will never tell us, where are our prophets? Because they kill all the prophets. Every prophet that rises, they kill him. Just like they kill Yohane, just like they imprison Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Baba Fage, Daniel, Baba Shadrach, Abednego, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Throw them in the fire. Throw them in the fire. You see, he throw us in prison. Who will be in prison for my name's sake? Because he was a revolutionary, which is us. So he tells them that if
Aina is obedient to thy father. Look upon thy father, no other. And I work to keep the ways of thy father, no other king. So I work to keep the rituals of thy father as well. So thy father went through those rituals, even I should not forsake thy ways of thy father, for they are righteous. Him could have never walked that way if they were not righteous king. That's why I must be baptized to resurrect in the ways of righteousness. Get to understand also the meditation of John. When John said the one who will come will baptize you with fire, it doesn't mean fire literally. It means the spirit of fire will be brought into you after I finish to put you here. Because as he's saying those words, he's putting the man in. So you can also say the words of thy father. It is to be known, but with humbleness, because no one is greater than the other. We are all the same in the sight of God. Whatever you know, it can be greater knowledge to the sight of men or to the ears of men, but to the ears of the Most High is very valuable that any man could know. Like, it's not the secret. Any man could know. Any man is free to entitle of that knowledge. You see, that's why I and I need to strive to get together. See, work but if we keep spirituality, we shall talk of what the Father wants us to do. See, RasTafari.
Columbus, he discovered America, but they were Arakwans, Indians, original Indians. You understand? The Khoisan people, the indigenous people, occupied this land of Cape Town. You understand? And they enslave us, my brother. They put us in the chains, you understand? Put our people in the chains because you are animals and you must go and plant, you see. So our forefathers, Khoisan people, black people, they are original.
Christians, they are like Christians, but bafuni destroy, so yeah, destroy. What I is fighting it back.
Let's go work in the plantations in America. Our forefathers, when I used to see our mothers, to yield to the empire. Which superpowers, what are the superpowers in the world? The United States is the superpower, States is the superpower. How have they acquired that meditation?
They want try to understand the deals they have signed for us to get World Cups, King, for us to get big cities like this. Because Americans, when they come here, they say, no man, this is not Africa we were taught about. This is just like LA.
What is it?
Los Angeles. Los Angeles.
Oh, they are coming from there and they still no difference.
And they understand the meditation of Los Angeles. And it's their fathers who named the city Los Angeles because they know the meditation from creation. They are Los Angeles.
But the Los Angeles dominating
yeah, it was
who were once slaves.
It was meant for them. They were slaves.
They are not free. They are just like any item at ShopRite.
Same Mr.
Just like you, King, you are just like every item at my ShopRite, King. You are just like anything you can buy kwa game, King. When you are product here TV, King, product here radio, product here cell phone, King, you product here girlfriend. You are product of many things, King.
My brother. What are they donating in?
You see?
Los Angeles. What I is saying was their items, those guys there. They are king. But Bush is over them. He's here in their heads. But it doesn't matter.
King. Eminem was Eminem now deliver the culture.
Yes, king. But they feel the struggle and in the when a king, that is very fine king. Every human being or every mankind is black from creation, king. Because him is created out of blackness. King is him who forsake the ways of that blackness to king. Because now we cannot say the hypocrite is white alone. Because we got our own black men which we look upon king. Now because your forefathers trusted to him. Now they trusted to him. King. And him, he knows righteousness as well as he knows the evilness. King. So go massive women and Obama king. Sikinya mendala king egcinwe ngapha. Sitya ijuice esingazazi ubazenzo ngantoni. Sitya amapilisi angasengwa ngenkomeni. Sitya inyama ezinuka esingazazi noba sezephi izilwanyana king. Sitya ochepisi esingayazi babenzwa ngantoni. King, sitya ichocolate esingazaziyo baligqabi lechocolate injani izinto ezingavunwa gadini king
But Mandela compromised. I like to acknowledge this respect this platform. Continue.
Okay, say no that then look at the Black Panther working. Black Panther is one of the besides
if for instance the 7 of us we are taken by white people, one of us is going to make it.
Black Panthers, America, Black Power, Black Power, Black Power. Organizing Black Panther. I said in Salando Bas, Black Panther because the Panther represents strength. It's one of the cats that have bold, great strength and tactics in the jungle. So Panthers as Panthers because they saw themselves as tactful in the struggle and the strength of being against the system. So that is what it represents that power, that strength within the black man. It's a Black Panther, yeah, it's a panther, that's what this cat is called. It's called a panther. It's Black Panther.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Because all of my good. One more time. Continuous time. His Majesty live. Thanks for staying.
When they ask, I need yeah, recorder. Bro, it's mad.
Otherwise, he wasn't
Kaloku ziyafayindeka zonke ukuthi ngeke zirekhode the man must actually volume. The man must say something, then you have to take the man some of it.
Yeah, what about him, sir? One low.
After that,
home of Christianity, which is Ethiopia, working. And Ethiopia has never been conquered. It's been tradition. So League of Nations. Now, so what is it on? 5 years ago. We're doing a lot of Italy, but Peninsula after 5 years. After football, after 5 years, we are so when I came, they don't need to police you, so when these are not working, wena king lento bathi iyadika kakhulu iba yiyo asebasuke intwana zeyakho otherwise neking andifuni ke abantu abajabulisayo I will never switch. Yeah. Mentality. Hey, the comment. Man, you this thing is live family, liphile kamanzi ubomi abantu bayafa butshwala abantu bayafa imiku abantu bayafa pha uRasta uphilo ungenangqondo wenza ntoni uRasta so Rasta man is always in the corner teaching praying was pray God the living of creation because African people worship their kings umkani bethu sibanqulaya umkani uyitsa basihlale sibayeka isizwe sethu like big aya isizwe sonke not what we have today. We had kings before presidents. But now they give power to the presidents under democracy as an ideology.
Keep us at bay.
white and black
sawa sahla ngaleyo yayindaba awulahle umhlaba uthi
But at the same time, my brother, you must remember that colonialism
is to promote good over evil, my king. See, king. Good over evil, king. Tell every African to know thyself, king. I want not to forsake thy ways of God, king. Like, see that make it tell us, over, king. What do we over?
Yes, King. Yes, my lord. And after this blood was shed, and as this blood continues to be shed, Yaphila, my brother. Yaphila, this is the truth. Look, this is a human being. They ban a human being like this, a black man like this. When they kill a black man, they even bring their children. They even bring their children so that the children can see how to treat a black man. Because a black man to white people, you are not even a dog. I see you're an angel. And I'm How are you an angel? How are you an angel? Inja ingcono kunomlungu. I mean kunomuntu omnyama emlungwini. Inja ingcono kakhulu. Abantu abadala kufuneka bababone abangena abantu abadala
King, pregnancy, King, you know life is gonna come out of that.
I will not disagree with you.
And egg, King, you know life is gonna come out of that. You celebrate, you wanna eat breakfast, I'm gonna eat eggs.
By being like
You get to rejoice on that. Yet your father has assigned you to be dominion over them and take good care of them. Your father who created you, you should always ask yourself also, where do you come from? And get to understand the meditation of God. God, the King, shouldn't be any other creature, anything except for the and get to understand the meditation of God. And get to understand what the Christians are.
My King, I'm not even a king affected in the Ibon and the Bonella.
Yeah, if I want the overview, King, like we born and
It's good, brother. Net here Empowerisha. Because I'm the one who's supporting the black supremacy.
As the black people,
yes, sir.
As the black people,
true,
we should, by all means, liberate ourselves mentally, spiritually, and physically from the system that is down pressing us. You see? Because the white people, for a long time, have held us under captivity. So it is that time that, as you can see now, this thing that is happening, we are towards that thing of conscientizing the black people. Let the black people know their history. So they mustn't forget their history. Mustn't forget where they are coming from. You see, so it is more about that, you see. That is all that I can basically say about what was happening today. Yeah, it's even still my life.
As an audience,
yes.
Because what do you observe, like the character?
On this, on those species. Okay, currently here I'm learning about the history of Mandela, what he did, the compromising, and the thing that is, so the question that is confusing me is they put Mandela on the shame of what part and Winnie Mandela on this side, sons of daughters, is what I'm trying to listen now, to hear what is the separation between Winnie Mandela and Nelson Mandela.